Okay.
because I drive it every day.
And I've seen and heard of Max Wedge before, but for those that don't know, and for me that doesn't know a lot about it, what is the significance of the Max Wedge? What is the benefit for racing with a Max Wedge? Yes, you got two carburetors. Welcome to another edition of The Story Behind the Car. I'm with Al and his 1964 amazing car. Wait till you see this. So Al, can you tell us about what you have here?
Okay, this is a 1964 Dodge Polara 500 with the 426 Max Wedge engine from the factory.
Okay.
It's 105 built out of the 153 Max Wedge Dodges for that year, and it's the only one that's still known to exist.
Oh my
all
goodness.
the time. It's currently equipped with the Tri-Y exhaust. It is the only one equipped with Tri-Y exhaust that anybody knows of.
Okay.
And I was lucky to find those manifolds. There's very expensive at the moment. I got $20,000 just in the exhaust manifolds.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to walk around and shoot it. I just want to shoot this sign real quick.
Yep. This tells the whole story about the
I'll have to take a separate picture when we're done.
Yeah.
But I
fine.
see the manifolds. I've never seen anything that looked anything like that.
Yep. What drew me to get the manifolds is the cutout on the inside of the fender. If you see that flat area.
Oh yes.
That's only on 64 Dodges and only Max Wedge cars, and that was to clear these manifolds.
So if this was rusted, you were in a world of hurt.
Oh yeah. This car is basically an original car that I had to repaint it only because the high spots were all down to the metal. The car had 9,000 miles on it when I got it. It's currently got almost 20,000.
Okay.
Because I drive it every day.
And I've seen and heard of Max Wedge before, but for those that don't know, and for me that doesn't know a lot about it, what is the significance of the Max Wedge?
The Max Wedges were built for racing. Basically,
Okay.
It's a factory race car.
Okay.
They built them from 62 to 64, and early 64 they went with the 426 Hemi.
Okay.
So the Max Wedges were dropped, and then they had the race Hemis. And there are some of those here today.
Yes.
So,
And what is the benefit for racing with a Max Wedge? Yes, you got two carburetors, but
it's got two 4s. It's got the heads have bigger ports in them. The transmission's tuned for it. Of course, the exhaust manifolds. There's a lot of little things to the car. Like
yes.
In this case, the 64 Dodges actually had a 63 rear end in them, so that you could put a bigger tire under the back end.
Okay.
So, and then there's other things underneath that are
Yes.
for traction. The batteries in the trunk for traction.
Oh, okay. Weight distribution, I guess?
Correct.
Yes.
Weight distribution,
And where are you from?
I'm out of Pennsylvania.
I recognize the, when you say exhaust and certain words, I can pick it up. Not that that's a bad thing now.
It's,
Do you mind if I open the door?
I'll open it for you.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm going to hit my light. Boy, that center console is just beautiful. Chrysler Corporation was so advanced in the late 50s and early 60s when it came to design.
All the paint in here is still original. That's
Okay.
all original paint.
Okay.
The doors and fenders have never been off this car.
Wow. And what kind of gears does it have in it?
It's got 391s. They
Okay.
all came that way unless you ordered something special, and you could
Yes.
order up to 536, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
you could do that.
Yeah. And you've collected memorabilia and literature over the years, I see.
Yep.
Oh wow, that battery is amazing.
Yep. That's the original setup and original spare. The tubes are for venting the gases out because it's in the trunk. There's no firewall between you and the battery.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's called a firewall. So, they vent it out through the bottom.
I've never seen that before, and I'm glad you're explaining it. Never really thought about it. I remember as a kid, helping my dad, and we would recharge batteries and get them boiling. And
oh yeah, yep. You don't want it in the trunk though when you have nothing. So
no, you don't. And the bumperettes, that's interesting.
Yep,
those would have been factory as well, I'm assuming?
Those are factory They're front and rear bumper guards on this car.
And I always liked this emblem that the Dodge had.
That's actually where the key goes.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how long have you had the car, Alan?
Over 20 years.
20 years.
Yep.
And obvious answer, but I have to ask, what drew you to it to begin with?
Actually, my friend here has a 63 Plymouth Max Wedge car.
This one here?
No, that's a 62 Plymouth Max Wedge car, but he's also got a 63.
Is this his as well?
That's his as well.
Okay.
And he bought it. I helped him fix it up, and he fixed it up, and this came up for sale by word of mouth.
Yeah.
And I said, shoot, I'm going to get it. So I got it and fixed it all up, and I've been driving it. Having fun with it.
Wonderful. And I love the, doesn't have a B pillar, but it has the C pillar, and just the design of that C pillar is just
it's nice
gorgeous.
And very thin.
Yeah. And I'm just going to look at the, I won't open the door because I see you got a box here.
Yeah, there's enough stuff floating around.
Yeah. And what is your favorite feature of the vehicle?
I guess speed.
That's the first.
It's a lot of fun to drive. This thing really gets hairy sometimes.
And I've asked this question to so many owners, I've never had anyone say speed, but that's a great answer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love the design and.
Yeah, it's got a machine finish only on the Polara 500s. The normal Polaras, this would be black.
Okay. Anything we've missed before we wrap things up, Alan?
I don't think so, unless you want to look at the exhaust underneath or something. It's got factory cutouts underneath.
Does it really?
That's from the factory. And
I don't think I could get my camera underneath there.
I don't know if you can get underneath there either.
Yeah.
But that's the way they are.
Well, thank you so very much.
No problem. Hope you enjoyed it.
Very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.